So today Ronnie got a new battery for our 45-watt Harbor Freight solar panels. Ronnie, do you want to explain the difference in the battery that you got today?
Yeah, what we had here was just an automotive battery. It came out of a truck. It's got the side terminals on it, so we couldn't really get a good connection. What we replaced it with is a green RV deep cycle battery, storage battery, which should work much better for this application. We've got the top post, so it's easy to get a connection on here. The thing about these is they're made to discharge really low and then charge back up without hurting the battery. I think on the automotive type batteries they're not really made for that. If you discharge them too low, it hurts them. It causes some problems. So these are made to be charged and then drawn down as you use them and then charged back up. So they work a lot better for a solar panel application.
Is there a specific level that you are not supposed to take it below, or?
I believe there is. I can't remember what that is exactly. And I'm thinking it's maybe 30 or 50%, but I don't know. I'd have to check on that. There is a level you're not really supposed to go below, or it does hurt. But you can take them much lower than you can the normal automotive, from what I've heard, without causing any real damage. Other than that, this one is it's got 115 amp hours, it was kind of the mid-level there were 3 batteries available, and it was actually the best one they had was only 125 amp hours. It cost like $13 more. This is 115, and we thought it was good enough for our purposes. So what we did was we just bought the battery boxes. I was trying to figure out how we were initially, before we set this up, how we were going to protect the battery and the charger. I didn't really want to drill holes in our shop and run anything in there, so I was thinking, well, I don't know, I guess we could set them up underneath, but I didn't really like that. And then I remembered when we had our travel trailer, we just had a box like this that sat on the tongue of the trailer, and the battery sat in there, and it caused no harm whatsoever. It was perfectly protected, and so I thought, well, heck, why don't we just go buy a couple of these? I thought I'd go down to the RV place and pick a couple of these up. Turns out they actually have them at Walmart, and this one was like $8.97, the larger one. The smaller one was like $7.97, something like that. So we picked 2 of those up. We've got the battery in one, and then we have our charger setting in the other one, and it is charging right now. And what I did was I just got some cable ties. The wires are pretty long. I got the battery and the charger in the box and shoved it up under there, but I had all these wires hanging out, and I thought, well, I really don't like that. And so I happened to have some cable ties, so I just kind of bundled the wires up and tied them, and now I can just set the entire thing down in the battery box. Not beautiful, but it's functional. Shut this off.
Not hot.
The wires are on there.
Okay, and with the storage boxes that you got for them, it has a space that allows for the cables to go through.
Yes.
Is that okay?
Yes, it does. This one has 2. One on each end here. I just need to shove that up in enough to get it out of the way. It's easy if you pop on here. And you just got to kind of make sure the clamps are kind of in the way, so you got to move them over.
Go to the other side here so that we can see. Okay.
First time I tried to put it on, these were in the way. You got to kind of move them over a little bit to get them out of the way, and get the cable up in there. Just make sure it's routed through there. Lock it on down. Oops. It's not quite right.
Locks down pretty good, does it?
Yeah. Once you get it right, it does. There we go. All right. Oh, actually, this has two coming off the ends too, so you can root it however you want to. I'll just root it out the front. Okay, there we go. And then, same on this one. I'm going to run the 3 cables coming from the solar panels through one of these, and then the cable out to the battery through the other one, just to kind of keep things semi-organized.
And was the battery already charged when you bought it, Ronnie?
Yeah, I believe it is. I think it is charged, but it's no big deal because we're charging it anyways.
Well, yeah. And so, what is our initial test going to be on this to see if it actually will work and do something?
We have an inverter. I think it's a 750 watt inverter. So we'll maybe next weekend connect it up to the battery and make sure we got power. We thought we'd try something that didn't draw too much of a load, like a fan. We have a small or a tower fan in the house we use sometimes, and
Right.
we could connect it up to that and see how it works, and check it out that way.
And I'm hoping that eventually it will run my lights for my my plant stand to start my seedlings.
Yes. I guess we have fluorescent lights on that.
Yes,
Should
we
work
have
pretty
small
good.
fluorescent lights that I use to start my seedlings, and that's what I wanted. I wanted to be able to not leave the lights plugged into that, you know, when running constantly in order to keep those seedlings going, when we could use the solar power to do it. So I'm hoping that'll work for us.
So anyway, if you can get a shot over here, behind here.
Behind?
Yeah, from the back.
Okay.
With these boxes, it looks a whole lot nicer than it did, because before I routed the wires and everything, it was just a mass of wires underneath here. But now, just got the one wire going into here and the 3 coming here, and all the other wires pretty much is contained in here. So it's a lot cleaner.
Oh, very nice.
And we can just take these and tuck them up underneath here. Whoops. Try to do it without destroying everything.
And it did come with a strap that you could actually strap it closed if you chose to, right?
I think that was for holding it down.
Oh,
If
okay.
you have it installed.
Okay,
But
I see.
anyway, makes for a much nicer, cleaner installation. You don't have wires running all over the place and hanging loose. So
And it's pretty well protected from rain and whatnot.
yes, battery's protected. The inverter's protected, which is
Charge
really,
controller.
yeah. I'm sorry, the charge controller's protected, which is really more sensitive. But so anyway, looks pretty good.
All
See how
right.
it works.
So we will keep you posted on the next experiment that we do.